on January the 26th. After 60 years, the Timboon Lions wraps up. And Southwest District Football Netball League will call on Collingwood Premiership player.
Live from Silver Ball Studios in Warrnambool, this is Southwest Local News with Sharna Rogers.
Welcome back to Southwest Local News. I'm Sharna Rogers and this is everything making and breaking news. Police are investigating a fatal collision in Nelson this morning. It is understood a car and truck collided on Portland Nelson Road about 7:30 a.m. The driver of the car, who is yet to be formally identified, died at the scene. The male driver of the truck was taken to hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Police are working to establish the circumstances of the collision. Anyone who witnessed the incident, has dashcam footage or any other information is urged to contact Crime Stoppers on 1800 333 000. Warrnambool Shire Council has announced it will be holding its Australia Day celebrations on January the 26th. This decision was made on the back of a question in Council's Community Satisfaction Survey that found 84% of residents supported Australia Day celebrations on January the 26th. Of the other 16%, 7% were opposed, 10% neutral and 2% unsure. The support was consistent across the Shire, with North, South and Central areas all recording over 80% support for Australia Day celebrations on January the 26th.
Yeah, so that's a survey that we put out and that's the feedback that we got, that people still want to celebrate Australia Day on Australia Day. Yeah, that's the Community Award, celebrating the community and what they do bring to the Warrnambool Shire. Yep, the community has spoken, so I'm happy to support what the community wants, and that's what the Warrnambool Shire will continue to do. We will reassess when we need to reassess, but at the moment the community has spoken through this survey to celebrate Australia Day on Australia Day.
Investment will be put into keeping facilities in the jewel of Moyne Shire's tourism crown up to date. Moyne Shire Council has released its 2025-2026 budget with looking after visitors to Port Fairy high on the spend list. Council will allocate $200,000 in the budget for an upgrade to the Gardens Caravan Park amenities block. Gardens is one of two council-owned caravan parks in the town, the other being Southcombe Park. Both these parks house the majority of visitors to the town during peak times such as Port Fairy Folk Festival and the summer holidays. A new CEO has been appointed for Empower in Warrnambool. The board has named Jeanette Lowe as the new head of the organisation. Miss Lowe will bring experience to the role, having served as an interim CEO since October last year. She had previously been the executive manager of Inclusive Communities.
Yeah, for the next 5 years at Empower, I think we'll have some great steady growth across the region. One of the things I'm really passionate about is making sure that families across the region have the same access to services. So that means providing more services in Hamilton and Portland and the outside areas. And at the same time, one thing that I'm really passionate about is giving back to the community. So helping the community be a more inclusive community for people with disabilities and people experiencing hardship.
The Great Ocean Road Tourism Board has landed a prominent business leader as its new chair. Warrnambool Managing Director Andrew Jeffers has been named as the man to take on the tourism body's top job. Mr. Jeffers is currently concluding a decade-long stint at Warrnambool. Mr. Jeffers will begin his new role in August with the implementation of the 2025-2029 strategic plan as a key task ahead of him and his board. Limited visibility caused by poor weather and shorter days has Ambulance Victoria issuing a winter wish list to Southwest residents. To find addresses of emergencies in quick time, paramedics need clear marked addresses and access points. This housekeeping could make valuable time for paramedics to save lives. Some tips for residents include a large and easy read street number, having outside lights on, keeping access to driveways clear, and having strong visible cues for the address, particularly in places that may be out of the way. The Croydon Theatre is about to reopen for business after the month of June has been spent sprucing the building up. The theatre is owned by Moyne Shire Council and run by a Community Committee of Management. The current works include repainting the main hall interior, new lighting and sanding and resealing the main dance floor. The front exterior is also being painted and new side doors will be installed. The theatre is the main venue for the Croydon Irish Festival, the Lake School and Croydon Lions Club, the art show, and is used by community groups each day. Corangamite Shire Council is going into shutdown, but don't panic, it's all in the name of progress. Council has announced it will simultaneously shut down key facilities, including the Civic Centre, all kindergartens and libraries, and Corangamite Regional Landfill on July the 2nd. Local laws will be available for emergencies. The reason for the shutdown is so council staff can complete compulsory legislative training. This training ensures staff are compliant with current legislation and policies. Corangamite CEO David Ray said holding one bigger training session event instead of more smaller ones would minimise interruption of services to ratepayers. Ratepayers will have the opportunity to put forward their thoughts on ways to create a healthier community. Warrnambool City Council is developing its health and wellbeing plan called Healthy Warrnambool and wants to hear from the public. Key focus points of the plan include physical, social and emotional health. Key stakeholders such as Southwest Healthcare, Women's Health and Wellbeing and Barwon Southwest are having input. On July 2nd, members of the public are invited to a drop-in session at the Civic Green from 3:30pm to 6pm to give their feedback on the plan. The Robbie Burns Celtic Festival in Camperdown is now underway. The festival has begun with a gala dinner at the Theatre Royale with haggis, of course, on the menu. It will be the start of a jam-packed weekend with markets and street activations, a highlight of Saturday morning. Star performers for the weekend include Reese Crimmin, Fiona Ross and the Melbourne Men's Welsh Choir. The festival is supported by the Corangamite Shire Council. The Timbering community has been dealt a blow with the loss of its Lions Club. The club has been in operation for almost 60 years, but a lack of members has brought its demise. The Hamilton Lions Club, which has also been running for 6 decades, is in desperate need of new members. Despite low membership, the club has remained active, raising almost $200,000 for community projects over the last 3 years. Anyone interested in becoming a Lion is encouraged to continue the club. That's all in general news, and after the break we'll return to sport and weather. Back shortly.
At SHB Wealth Advisors, we believe in empowering our clients to own their future. We do this by partnering with the best financial advisors to deliver great advice. We are part of your local community and are active supporters of sporting clubs throughout Warrnambool and Port Fairy, providing a range of wealth advice to assist you with every aspect of your financial situation. SHB Wealth Advisors. Investing in our community, investing in you.
Pepper's Pizza is now open on Liebig Street, Warrnambool, with a fresh new menu. Pepper's has vegetarian, vegan and gluten-free options available, as well as options for new low-carb pizza bases. Pepper's is still serving up all the classics from pizza through to ribs, chicken wings and a variety of family favourite sides. From their busy commercial kitchen, Pepper's can cater for your next special event. With online ordering now available via their website, ordering couldn't be easier. Pepper's Pizza, open 7 days, 11:30am till late. B&B Furniture Plus now stock a range of adjustable beds. They have mobility aids to help you live your life to the fullest and lift chairs for the best in comfort. B&B Furniture Plus is locally owned at 203 Lava Street, Warrnambool.
Barrastock cares about your dairy cows as much as you do. Our top quality feeds are designed to support the best possible animal nutrition and health, maximising your production through all life stages and seasons. That's why Barrastock is truly made for milk.
Coastline Cut and Core is your only concrete cutting and coring specialist in the southwest. Demolition works, renovation modifications and repairs and maintenance of damaged concrete. Coastline Cut and Core does it all. Contact myself, Harley Higgins, today.
Tonight's Sport is proudly brought to you by Nutrient Ag Solutions, Warrnambool and Timboon. Getting the most out of your farm. Contact the team today.
Welcome back. First in sport. Dennington can keep in touch with the Warrnambool and District A-grade netball top 3 with a win tomorrow. The Dogs are in 4th place, 6 points behind Allensford in 3rd and 8 adrift of Merivale in 3rd. But while the Cats should beat Panmure, the Tigers will play Noranda, a game the Blues are expected to win. If results go this way and the Dogs do their thing and defeat Old Collegians, they'll be just a single game from the top 3. Dennington player Zoe Fleming said the Dogs needed to be at their best against the Warriors.
They're a very strong side. I think they're really just finding their feet in this back end of the season, so we're not going to take the game lightly at all. And yeah, it'll be a really good contest.
Wins in 2 of its last 3 Warrnambool and District senior football games has Dennington with a sniff of bigger things. The Dogs defeated South Rovers last weekend and will be up and about for their clash with Old Collegians tomorrow. The Warriors have lost their last 2 games and know there will be no free ticket back to the winners list against the Dogs. While a win would get Dennington within a game of 5th place, Coach Lee Anderson is not getting ahead of himself.
Yeah, I think the goal now just with the boys is to play with a bit of freedom and just continue on, playing the style that we want to play, I suppose. No real set goals or anything like that, but just give them that freedom to play on instinct and, just have a crack at it.
And I know you probably, like most coaches, and just want to, want them playing well, but is there also a bit of a carrot there at the finals? I mean, it's not totally out of reach yet, is it?
It's not totally out of reach, but we're probably, we're a little bit off at the moment from them other sides. So, we'll just continue to work away and just see what happens.
South Warrnambool will be hoping a match-up with the league's informed team will bring it back to its best. The Roosters host North Warrnambool Eagles tomorrow in the Hampton League Match of the Round. After a good start to the season, the Roosters have unexpectedly dropped their last 2 games against Port Fairy and Cobden. The Eagles are undefeated and will present the home team with plenty of headaches. In other Round 11 games, Corritt host Cobden, Port Fairy play Warrnambool, Terang Mortlake take on Portland and Camperdown travel to take on Hamilton Kangaroos. In open grade Hampton netball, South Warrnambool will have a key inclusion for its game against North Warrnambool Eagles. Mid-court star Ali O'Connor will return to the Roosters after a stint with the Melbourne Vixens reserves team. The 3-time Dot Jenkins medalist made a significant impact for the Vixens, leading the way as team captain. O'Connor's return is a timely one for the Roosters, who lost their first game of the season last week to Cobden. But even in a defeat, the Roosters were strong, going down by just 1 goal to a fellow premiership contender. Collingwood Premiership player Travis Cloke will add some star power to the South West District Football Netball League this weekend. Cloke will line up for Heathmere in its home game against Westerns. Cloke has found his way to Heathmere for a one-off appearance through the Carlton draft. While Cloke is now 38, he's expected to be a key player tomorrow as Heathmere aims to win its first game of the season. That's all in sport. Well, today ended up being a beautiful one, patchy morning fog, but a top of 15 degrees with a mostly cloudy day. And after the break, we'll head through the rest of the forecast. Back shortly.
If you're buying or selling a home, Gleeson Real Estate are here to help. The hard-working team at Gleeson are happy to support you right through the buying and selling process. Gleeson Real Estate, friendly faces, expert local knowledge.
The Tyre Factory Warrnambool is proud to support the local motorsport industry. Jeff and the team would like to wish all their drivers the best for the 24-25 racing season. The Tyre Factory Warrnambool, for all your tyre and mechanical needs. Raglan Parade, Warrnambool.
If it's time to add a little magic to your flooring and windows, our online catalogue is full of great ideas at great prices. There's magic in a Solomon's floor.
Yes, Grace, and there's magic in a Solomon's store.
Matco Hire for all your hire needs. Portable en-suites, generators, toilets, and introducing Matco's new Genie 20-metre boom lift. Matco Hire. Everything you need in one location.
At the Tyre Factory Warrnambool, we stock the best range of alloy wheels to suit your ride. Steel wheels, wheel and tyre packages for caravans and trailers, and four-wheel drive wheel packages. The Tyre Factory, 180 Raglan Parade, Warrnambool.
At Ag Solutions, we're here to help you go further. Further in innovation and technology. Further in advice and solutions. Go further for the community. In sustainability. And for the future of our industry. With Ag Solutions, there's no limit to how far your business can go.
Tonight's weather report is proudly brought to you by Anchor Point Retirement Village. New homes are being built now. Book a tour today.
Welcome back. Over the south, we have a cold front that approaches for the weekend, looking closer to Port Fairy. A partly cloudy day tomorrow with a chance of fog in the morning, 4 millimetres and northwesterly winds, a top of 14 degrees. On Sunday, light winds with 8 millimetres and a top of 14. For Monday, 3 millimetres and southeasterly winds, also sitting at 14 degrees. In Mortlake, a frosty start tomorrow with light winds and turning out to be a partly cloudy day, a top of 13. On Sunday, 4 millimetres and light winds. On Monday, only 1 millimetre scattered throughout the day with southeasterly winds topping at 12. A partly cloudy day in Camperdown with only 1 millimetre and a chance of fog tomorrow. On Sunday, 4 millimetres is due to fall with light winds, a top of 13 degrees. Monday, a possible shower, also a top of 13. Morning frost tomorrow in Port Campbell with a top of 15 with 3 millimetres and northwesterly winds throughout the day. Showers increasing on Sunday with 8 millimetres due to fall. Winds sticking southerly, a top of 13. A cloudy day on Monday with 2 millimetres and a top of 13 degrees. Home to Warrnambool, 3 millimetres and a partly cloudy day, topping at 15 degrees. More rain, 8 millimetres on Sunday with light winds heading southeasterly. 3 millimetres on Monday, a top of 13 degrees. That's all making news in the southwest region this week from the team at Fitzmedia. Thank you to the businesses and the viewers for your ongoing support. We'll be back again on Monday at 7 p.m. Have a great and safe weekend. With peace, good night.